Alright guys, hello, welcome to another one of my learning videos. In the last video we looked at describing user interface and we looked at everything. Kind of went a little faster, I know, but because they were all just references, have to look into it again. Now moving to adding interactivity. Adding interactivity, something's on the screen update in response for user input. For example, clicking an image gallery such as the active image in React data changes over time. It's called state. You can add a state to any component, update it as needed. In this chapter, you will learn how to write components that handle interactions, update their state, and display different output over time. All right. In this chapter, how to handle user initiatives, how to make components remember information state, how React update the UI interfaces, why state doesn't update right after you change it, how to queue multiple state updates, how to update an object in state, how to update an array in state. All right, in this chapter, you'll see certain different ways to update the state. Let's see what that means. Responding to events. React lets you add event handler to your JSX event. Handling your own functions will be triggered. All right. Let's look at the code. App written toolbar. The toolbar is, this is a toolbar, not a button. This is not a button, a toolbar. Okay. On play movie, alert playing. On upload image, alert uploading. Okay, this is like a toolbar as in an alert bar. My guess is right, this will give a notification, or let's see, function on play movie, on upload movie, button on click, on play movie, click upload. This is the button function, and on click it will trigger this one, and this one triggers an alert. If you click it, you get an alert saying playing, and if you click upload image, it says uploading image. All right, this toolbar is, let's just say, functions, and the function that it did is alert. It literally pushed a notification saying alert. Okay, that's what it does. It literally alerts saying playing. There are multiple stuffs you can do with it, like on click, open a file explorer, on click, open a file. You can do many things with it. This is, for now, it's just a toolbar. That toolbar is alert. You can even on click change to some redirecting URL and things. You can do many things. Function, button on click children. What is this? Okay, it's I think, is this code even necessary here? Okay, button is not defined. All right, so the function button gets defined here, but it's not get called in as a React, because if my guess is right, we are not importing button from React. That's for why the button is called as a function button. That's my guess is correct. I'm not sure. All right, anyway, let's just go a little bit faster, because these documents are something we may have to come back to, but most people won't come back to these documents because they will literally search Google and find the answer in many websites in learning phase. If they're in a learning phase, of course, the first thing they do is they go to Google. I believe this reference, I hope this reference has some PDF documents. It doesn't. This reference have components, APIs, client APIs, server APIs, legacy APIs. It has tons of stuff. But a PDF will be more better if you ask me. Anyway, all right, let's see. State component memory. Component often needs to change what's on the screen of result of interaction. Typing into a form should update input. Next. Okay. All right. Use state hook. All right. We have a data. Sculptor list. All right. We have like several datas here. It contains name, description, URL. All right. It's a data inside a bracket, a curly bracket, and we are importing that data and importing user state from React. All right, function handle, left click, set index +1. Function handle left, handle more click, set show more. Oh wait, to show details, and then next. Oh, I see. The thing is, it will show the name and it will show the image. If you click next, it will literally go to the next one. But if you click show details, it will show source and the name, which if you look at here, name, artist, description, URL, and description. This is also a description now, is it not? Oh, there's an alt, probably a name. All right. Now we have 2 buttons here, and each button have a different functions. Yes. The next will literally move to the index +1 scalpel list length, and that's what it will do. If you click next, it will literally increase the index to +1, and that will go to +1, 2, 3, 4 on every next click. But if you click show details, and when you click show details, it will reveal the page data of more details, such as sculpture description. It shows show more, but here it shows show details. And if you click hide detail, it goes in. Oh, now I see. This handle more click, this function handle more click, set show more is a function, and that function is show more, hide show on details. If this is like a true or false thing, this show more is similar to boolean. Hide means it will not show the description. If show means it will show the description. It's a similar to boolean, like true or false thing. Show more, and what's the paragraph? Oh, that paragraph. This is a paragraph. Okay. The sculpture description is in the paragraph, and you get the image. Oh, you're also displaying the image. Sculpture URL and alt. That's something good. The main thing that's shown here is the title, the name and the artist. The name and the artist, and we added by here. The name of the sculpture by the name of the artist is a standard display here, and after that, whether to show the details of the wait, is there an image shown here? No, the image is not shown here because sculpture, image, sculpture. Oh, wait. The image is on the bottom, but the description is the only thing. Description and the no. The show more displays the description. The only description is in the show more option, hide or show. This image is a standard display, and you click next, you move to the next, and the image also changes. All right, good one. This is a good one. But this data is something that may have to be a little bit careful with when you manipulate or display data. All right, render and commit. Before you component or display it on the screen, they must be rendered by a React understanding step in this process. Will help you think about how your code executes and explain its behavior. Imagine that your components are cooks in the kitchen, assembling tasty dishes from ingredients. In this scenario, React is the waiter who puts in requests from customers and brings them their orders. This process of requesting and serving UI has 3 steps: triggering a render, rendering the component, committing to the DOM, trigger, render, commit. All right. That's a good explanation. State as a snapshot. Unlike regular JavaScript variables, React state behaves more like a snapshot setting. It does not change the state variable you already have, but instead it triggers a re-render that can be surprising at first. Console count, set count, re-render with 1, console log still 0. Alright. React works this way to help avoid subtle bugs. Here's a little chat out. To Alice, to Bob. He said hello to Alice. Said hello to Bob. Okay. It has a delay. What is this called? This is just a label. Showing a series of state updates. This component is buggy. Clicking +3 increments the score only once. Wait, are they asking me to fix it or what? It does not trigger it 3 times. That's what it says. Okay. State assistant explains why this is happening. Setting state requires a rewrite, but it does not change if all the code is running. So score continues to call 0 after set score +1. We can fix this by passing set score one for set score s. We're giving a value, but here no value was given. It's just a +1, and set score is +1. So it just increment is +1. So it goes +1, +1, +1. It's just a +1. But here we are giving a value called s, and that s is +1, and that s gets added 3 times because it has a value. It's not exactly called components, but it has a value, and that value gets multiplied. Not multiplied, gets incremented 3 times. Because updating object in state can only hold any kind of JavaScript value, including objects, but you shouldn't change objects in the array that you call React state directly. Instead, when you want to update an object array, you need to create a new one or make a copy of an existing one, and then update the state to use that copy. Usually, you will use the spread syntax to copy objects an array that you want to change. For example, updating a nested object could look like this. That's a weird one, but so it's a complete display. It's called label. It's literally inputs whatever it's here. Okay. This interactivity is really a good one. Updating object in state and use state. This is way more better for interactive websites. Okay. This is a default title and default image. Okay. Contact and set person. Name, author, title, image, and set person name, target value. This is, I believe, and handle name change, handle title change. Why is this declared here? I'm guessing they will explain it. Okay, handle title change, handle city change. What is this dot? I don't know that code. Anyway, handle image change. It's all the same function methods with the changed component. Value, person, name, on change, handle, name change, on change, handle. Okay, this is the box that changes automatically. You don't have to press button for this function to happen. You'll literally change and it will literally display. values equal to person artwork image on change, handle image change. This input, whatever you input it, it will be displayed here. And whatever you change, you see this on change, it's not on click, it's not on change. Whatever you change, as soon as you change, it gets changed here on the display here. It will trigger on change, it will trigger handle title change, and once you trigger the handle title change, the title changes set person to this, and that value gets changed here. All right, if copying object in get today's, yes, you can use a library like a reduce repeated code. Use immer. What is use immer? Is it on the package? Use immer. Immer reacts. Okay, I guess that's some sort of JSON package, which I don't know about. Update person. Use immer. Here we are using use state, but here we're using immer. Use immer. But it's just the same code. It's the same code, but this update person, I believe the image, the immer use image immer is something that helps you reduce the title, the changes. Okay, but we don't have to look into it now. Updating array in state. Use user state from React. ID, title, scene. If copying arrays in code get tedious, you can use a library like immer to repetitive product. Wait, how does this immer helps reduce the code? It's also 56, it's also 56. What does it change? If copying array in code gets tedious, you can use a relative reduce repetitive code, but there's nothing changed here. It's just same. It's just instead of returning if or else, we just simply returning it. Okay, we may have to look into this immer package later. All right, what's tracks responding events? React lets you add event handler to your JSX event handlers or your own function that will be triggered in response to interaction, like clicking, powering, focusing, form inputs, and so on. You will learn different ways to rate an event handler, how to pass event handling logic from a parent component, how events propagate. and how to stop them. To add event handler, you will first define a function and then pass it as a prop to appropriate JSX stack. For example, here's the button that doesn't do anything yet. Huh. Button, I don't do anything, but on click handle click button JSX. You clicked me. Ooh, on click it goes to handle click. This capital C, is that kind of required or something? I don't know. Okay, this is something kind of this is a good one, or maybe this is also a good one because on click function handle click alert, but here on click you simply do this. There are different type of styles, but I prefer this one though. On click do this. I like it. Passing function corrects handle click. So you're simply gonna do it inside a curly brace. You don't need to do this. Okay. Points noted. The second example, rendering function correct. Calling a function incorrect. This is required in the before, but I prefer it to be like this though. On click, do this. But on click, do this. That's a big. This alert when the component renders. Oh, if I do this, it will literally render when the component renders, not when clicked. Okay, I'll do this. I'll do this, not this. Okay, but they explained it. Good, 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 good. This is called the arrow function. Okay, great, good stuff. Message. Message also same. Oh wait, the message itself is getting in the alert button here. Okay, this is another way of handling passing event handler as a properties. On click children function button on click, children button on click. Playing movie. Uploading. This is like a different code for each one. The early one I had was on click, display this message, on click, display this message. That's it was. But here they literally have play movie button, and they have like button alert uploading button. They have two stuffs. But it's another way of handling properties. I mean, we are passing properties like we're treating a property like an event handler. So we declare a property, and that property is, wait, here that's not what they're doing here. Naming event handler properties. Playing, uploading. See, this is a simple code. Here they literally put upload button, on click, play button, everything. But here they simply put it on click, on smash. Wait, on smash. Oh, on click is the on smash. Okay. Button on smash is equal to alert playing. On smash is equal to, yeah, they're literally passing as an on smash, on click button. In this example, on smash shows that button lowercase still needs a prop called on click, but the prop name received by a custom button component is up to you. When your component supports multiple interactions, you might name event handler props for adding specific concepts. For example, this toolbar component's on play and upload image event handler. Okay. On play, on upload image. Notice how the app component does not need to know what toolbar will do with play movie or upload an image. That's an implementation details of the toolbar here. Toolbar passes them down as on click handler, but it's a button, but it's also triggers them on keyboard shortcut, naming props after specific interactions like play movie, event propagation. Event handler will also catch events from any children. The component might have, we say that an event bubbles or propagates up tree. It starts with where the event happened, and then it goes on. Div, you click the toolbar playing. Toolbar, class name toolbar. All right, if my guess is correct, on click, I'll let you click. I'll let playing, play movie, upload image, the button, the on click. If you click anything in the toolbar, it will just show the toolbar. But if you click anything here, it will show this button and the toolbar. This is a toolbar, by the way. You click on the toolbar, you get a click on the toolbar. If you click on here, you will get the button function and the toolbar function. We're getting a double event handling at once. Stop propaganda. On click, you clicked on the toolbar. On click on the button, the toolbar will not trigger because they wrote a code. Button on click E, stop propagation on click. But if you click the button, it will not trigger. That's this button on click. Stop propagation. Propagation. Okay. On click. If you click the toolbar, it will clear this. If you click the button, it will only alert. It will not do anything. This toolbar will not trigger because this is... Anyway, React calls onClick handler. Pass the button. The handler defines in button does the following: propagation, preventing event from bubbling a feature. Calls onClick. Alright. Notice how this click handler runs a line code that onClick props passed by a parent. Okay, you could add more code to this handler before calling a parent on parent. This pattern alternative to propaganda lets the children component handle the event while also letting parent components restrict some additional behavior. Like unlike propagation, it's not automatic, but the benefit from this pattern, you can clearly follow the whole chain code that executes as a result of some event. If you rely on propagation and it's difficult to trace which handler executes and why, try this approach instead of preventing default behavior. What happened? The code just disappeared. Sign up. Unclick. Alert submitting button. Send. Okay. On submit. Prevent submitting alert. Prevent default. What is that? Oh, it does not disappear. Interesting. This is a default behavior it sets and it literally disappears from the form because forms are something to happen, but here you prevent default. You click here and it just stays there. All right, but do you see that this is simply called form? This inside whatever this is called form, but this is an input tool. If you put input tool and you put something wait, the form on submit. All right, let's look. It's a simple from stopping the button to do something it usually do. Stop events that handle attached to the tags above from firing. Prevents the default browser behavior for the few events that have it. Can event handler have side effects? Absolutely. Event handlers are best placed for side effects. Unlike rendering function, event handlers don't need to be pure, so it's a great place to change something. For example, change an input value in response to typing. All right, you can handle events by passing a function as a prompt to an element like button. Try out some challenge. Oh god, here we go, the challenge. Clicking button is supposed to switch background between white and black. However, nothing happens when you click fix it. A problem. Don't worry, logic inside handling the plot is fine. Alright. Light switch. Toggle the lights. Did I fix that? No. Is this supposed to be double? Okay, I don't know. Show solution. It's not fixed. It's not fixed because I altered it. The problem is that button on click calls the handle function while rendering instead of passing it. Removing the calls the button click fixes the issue. Alright, so the problem is that handle click calls the handle click function while rendering instead of passing it. Alternatively, you could call. Wait, I did this. I did this. I did this on the top. I did this. I changed it like this, but I have to call it like this. Oh, I think I did this too, but it didn't respond. This is what I did earlier, but it didn't respond. Maybe I have to add this too, I guess. Yeah, I was almost right, people. I was almost right. All right, that's the end of adding interactivity and responding events. I'm kind of ending the video because it gets a little bit stretchier. State component memories is a big one. If it's not a big one, we can end it in the next 15 minutes. All right, it doesn't seem like a big one. Let's go. A component's memory. A component often needs to change what's on the screen as a result of an interaction. Typing into a form should update the input field. Okay. How to add a state variable with useState hook. What pair of values uses the hook state? Okay. Now we have once again the data with the sculpture and their names here. Next button. It's not doing anything. The handle element is updating a local variable index, but the thing is preventing the change. Now, local variable doesn't persist between renders. When React renders this component a second time, it renders from scratch. It doesn't consider any changes to the local variables. I know why. Because you see the index, it gets index +1 on click, and it does index +1. Now what you have to do is you have to put another value, such as index +1 is equal to index 1. Now it will do. Weird. You can just simply put index ++1. Okay, what they're saying is if you click, every time you click it will re-render, so it will be just 1 1 1 1 over and over. But if you just re-render it using called the use state, this will be stored in the memory. So you set any index 0, set index is a variable use state. So function handles set index +1. So yeah, I think there's another way to do this as well, but I don't think it will work. Never mind. It was something in the beginning, but it's okay. Now we know how to do this. We call useState and sculpted list, and we call it as a index, set index, and useState is equal to 0. And this useState will store the index data value, and every time you click it will work. There are a few other ways for it, but it's all right. The useState literally stays in there. We can do something here, like we can put reset. So if we click reset, the index will be changed to 0. We can put another button there. Like Control C and Control C. And we're gonna put this as a reset. Okay, on click. On click. On clicks. We change it to on clicks, and we copy this function and we put it like here. And on click set index is equal to 0. What do you mean handle is not defined? I just defined it here. Oh wait, handle clicks is not defined. Okay. Now next. Index equal to index multiple by 0. Hello.